Thanks, Steve. I'll bring up to the stage next Via. The stage is yours. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Joel Charlotte. I'm the founder and CEO of Metaverse Technologies. Together with the help of my amazing team, I'm here to talk to you about Via. So imagine it's a day like today, beautiful day. You want to go out for a walk. You grab your coat, grab your keys, your phone, and maybe a pair of sunglasses. You're hungry. You decide to walk across the street to your favorite restaurant. You know the way, the weather's good. It's an easy day, right? Well, now imagine that you're blind or you're a low vision person and you want to do the same thing. You grab the same items on your way out the door, your keys, your coat, definitely your phone and sunglasses, and your walking cane. You make your way to this intersection here, the same one that the sighted person made, right? This already complex intersection just got a lot harder. If you're sighted, you have many cues to help you safely cross the street. Let's face it, the world is a visual place, and it's poorly adapted to the 1.7 million people in the US with low vision. The simple task of crossing the street becomes simply complex. You hear the beeping crosswalk signal, but you also hear the traffic, and people are talking. Is it safe to start walking? Is there enough time left for you to cross the street? Is there anybody or anything in your way? With all of these questions, you begin to feel less confident. Over time, that leads to being less independent as you rely on friends and family. You lose mobility and ultimately personal freedom. You begin to only travel known routes, you visit only familiar places, and you feel the world shrink around you. For most people, the risk is just too great to do anything otherwise. So we can help. We developed Via. Via is a virtual assistant designed to help low vision users cross the street. Our MVP consists of a smartphone app, an augmented reality headset taking advantage of an API, passing the status of crosswalk signals. Check it out. If the audio is not coming through, you heard the app say walk sign enabled, and then it gives you a countdown when there's about 15 seconds left. And so you can see the crosswalk signal still flashing. It's green, showing that it's safe to cross the street. And then as the crosswalk signal goes steady red, so does the light on the phone. And now ultimately we would expand this into the VR or into the AR headset. We had a couple of developmental issues, but we do have an emulator that is working and showing that it can work. Our market, simply put, is low vision and blind people. And we think that, as I mentioned, about 1.7 million people in the US. We would convert our MVP into an alpha version, ultimately into a beta, and then add beacons, which add data collection and hyperlocation access to folks in the crosswalk. And with the limited time I have left, just wanted to highlight those that helped us and have offered to continue to help, to include folks in Europe. And I'm ready to answer any questions you have.
What a great and fascinating presentation. Thank you for that. I'll kick us off, and then I'm going to go to Esther. There is obvious and emotional, tangible impact on the equity side, and you did a great job presenting that. Talk to us about the business model. Talk to us about how this business model works in the marketplace.
Sure. So we would sell two apps. One app would be for the AR headset. We are looking at a flat price of about $4.99. And then the app for the smartphone would be a subscription-based app, or a subscription-based model. We think right now is about $9.99 a month. And that would, as we account for both folks coming in and leaving the ecosystem, would be our revenue model.
Great, thank you. Esther?
Great, Joel, I'm going to echo a question from a colleague of mine in the chat. How does the technology work in different lighting, whether it's late at night or there's a lot of artificial light, that kind of thing?
So the idea behind the app is actually the AR headset would be the actual user interface. And so you would have a screen in front of the user's face, very close to their eyes. And the brightness there, most of the AR headsets are unaffected by different lighting conditions. but we also have the ability to turn up and turn down lighting.
Great. Lee?
Yeah, can you double back and explain the role of the beacon?
Well, the beacon would actually be outside of what I would call version 1.0, which we believe can actually happen in about a year. But the beacon would sit at street corners, and it would provide location data by knowing the location of the user in the crosswalk. So tying into the phone, it could track where the user is, and then eventually track the speed through the intersection, and then allow us to hopefully eventually actually feed data back into the crosswalk signal to either extend it, mainly to extend the signal if it's needed.
Joel, thank you. Let's everyone give him a round of applause. Great job. There are some additional questions in the chat room, and I encourage you to join the dialogue there. So we're now going to move from